we had to dig deep and get to know you a little bit better because
Sure.
as we saw, the people love you, and
Well, it's
maybe
not been all love.
yeah, we gonna get into that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Right.
So, as we saw on the show, we got to know you a little bit,
Sure.
but
That laugh he be done. It sound. You already know who laughed. That sound like. When I seen him on this show, a few times I said it seemed like he was trying to get clients for his friends. I know a guy. Here's a business card. You need help.
House.
oh,
So that,
Efficient.
I do know what I'm talking about a little bit.
okay.
I just decided to get my doctorate in dentistry.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of psychology when it comes to being a dentist. Any good
Talking to
dentist will
people
tell you that
in a chair?
the dentistry is actually the easy part. It's the business aspect and working with your patients, chairside manner, working with the emotions, the anger, the fear, the anxiety, all of that is very challenging for most dentists to work with. So having a psychology background, felt like I had a leg up with the human behavior aspect of dealing with scared, ignorant patients. But
Oh, man, not ignorant.
we do a great job. We do a great job.
Okay. So now it's making a little bit more sense now to the people because they were
Sure.
like, "Where is this guy?
Right. What is this
getting
guy talking about?
information?"
What credibility does he have? Now, I will
Right.
say I do have a bachelor's in psychology, which does
If you see his episodes and you go into the dentist office and you see him about to be a dentist, what you gonna do? You gonna turn around? You gonna run? It's for the ladies. I don't know how he talk to dudes. He got friends, of course. He just said, but I don't know. Ladies, any ladies you see him in the dentist office, what you gonna do when you see him?
help. But I've spent years in therapy. I've done
Okay.
myriad of modalities, EMDR, tap therapy, life coaching.
Yeah.
I have a coach now who I see less periodically than when I used to when I started. I was seeing a therapist 3 times a week. We were doing all these different things, and then I would take the days off that I had to see my therapist, process the therapy, heal my wounds, have the tough conversations, and do the things that are necessary in order to regulate my emotions.
You also have to have some type of financial stability to even do that. Taking days off to see a therapist, nigga, we got to pay bills.
And
Right.
have a pleasant and peaceful life experience,
Yeah.
because that's what we're all really looking for.
Okay. So were you using some of
After therapy, you go home, you ride home, then you get a text message to your phone, 250. What did Lil Nas X say? I think he was on an interview one day in Breakfast Club a few years ago. He went to a therapy session, right? And he said he was leaving crying and right? He said, yeah, then all of a sudden he gets the bill. It's like $250 or some shit. He's like, oh shit. It's like the therapist really even care? Like, damn.
like the things that you've heard your therapist say to you and things that you've learned?
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. There are things that I learned in therapy that they're just general truths.
Yeah.
Right. And tools that I've learned that are useful in all kinds of experiences, including your show.
Right.
So I had to dig deep in my bag of tools to make sure I could handle myself properly.
Right.
I want to be authentic. Right.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what people love is that, you were saying some kind of out of pocket things, but we can tell you were being yourself. You know?
Sure. My life is out of pocket, apparently. That's how I live my life. But
yeah.
really what it was is just an opportunity to infuse wellness into initial meetings. Right. I think a lot of what we
Fam, you was fishing for your friends so they can get new clients. Come on, spit it out, man.
experience, especially on a show like that, where
Yeah.
you're being judged, you're being put on display,
Right.
you're being criticized in a lot of ways. How can you still show up authentic even though you are being judged? How can you still show up gracefully even though you may not be someone's first choice or something like that? So it was important for me to be able to understand that going into it and have a clear understanding of what's happening. That way I can show up as authentically as possible.
Right. Yeah. And we saw that come through. Definitely.
So out of pocket, yes, but you know,
Big out of
It's your
pocket.
truth.
here we are, you know. I went viral for being myself.
Exactly.
And I'm not backing down now. So here we go. What's up?
So yeah, speaking of the show, as we have seen, it's been everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. People are cutting it up, snipping it up, putting it all over YouTube.
You told that girl, we can't date. Why? Why can't we date? Because even if you lose the weight in the future, it's not going to be good for your health. Pretty much insinuating you're going to die before you have kids or something like that, or you're just going to die too early. Like, God damn.
All this stuff. How has it been for you with all this social media attention I'm pretty sure you're getting?
You know, slide in my DMs.
Oh my goodness.
It's been great.
Yeah.
And I continue to say I do a lot of different things. Like I do the dentistry, I write the music, I play basketball, I do yoga, meditation, all these things. I feel like I could have gone viral for, but I'm so glad I didn't because now I don't have to maintain a certain persona.
Right.
I literally just get to walk into look at me. Look like I'm
you.
literally wearing my shirt and some pants that I had on earlier, and I just get to show up and be myself.
Right.
I get to show up and speak my truth, share my story, share my experience, share what has helped me get to this place of peace and relaxation in life, and it's awesome. So let's go.
And people in the comments are like, oh man, like, how does this guy, where does he come from being able to call someone a liability? Like,
Right.
Where did that come from?
And fool got the shirt on.
What made you want to say that to
Well,
her?
I used to be a liability, right? I would enter relationships looking for something, looking to fill a void, looking to try and buoy myself up with people around me or experiences around me. It wasn't until I spent that time by myself.
Right.
I think I tell people I spent like 8 months where I wasn't dating, no sex, no nothing. And it was intense, but it was important for me to get to a place where the validation and the criticism are both equally matched in the way where I love the validation, but I don't need it. I accept the criticism, but I don't absorb it. And I don't identify with it. So being able to spend time by myself, heal my wounds, understand myself, figure out what tools I need for self-love has allowed me to, be where I'm at right now. So
Yeah. And, kind of going back to liability, was there anything in particular that, stood out from what she had said that made you say that?
Sure. Well, for me, it wasn't necessarily what she did, what she looked like, but how she interacted. And the thing that got me kind of on the defense was her inability to listen. And so when you aren't opening and accepting to what you're being told and you may be getting a little bit defensive, then it becomes it's understandable.
No, that shit, it was bullshit. No,
that you're not going to be able to work through more challenging conversations. If this is the first time we're meeting and we're already having uncomfortable discord,
fam. If I'm correct, we kind of said the same thing about two, like actually one girl, it was the thick girl they kept calling auntie, like the thick auntie lady. I think it was a girl that was super skinny, and just everybody was saying they like her thick. If I'm not mistaken, basically, this girl was disagreeing with men wanting to change her body with how she looked. She was super slim, if I can remember. And she was like, no, I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm good like I am. And they were like, nah, man, you need to be thicker. You need to put some meat on your bones and all that stuff. And she was like, no, I'm fine with, like, I'm healthy. Like, I'm good with the weight I am. Like, what do you mean? And then basically she didn't want a guy that like to change for him, to change how her body looked or whatever. She wasn't overweight or anything. Some people would think she was too skinny. Some men think, oh, she's just right. She's where a woman should be as far as her slimness, right? Then you get to Dr. Elom's ass in the line, and then he goes, well, you're not listening. You seem combative. I'm like, what are you talking about combative? Because I think he said the same thing to the auntie chick. And he just thought every woman was being combative that just did, I think you should do this. Okay, all right, well, that's just what I do, that's how I wear my hair, or that's such and such. He's like, okay, I take it into consideration. I mean, I'm probably not going to change it, but okay, cool. If a dude wears any type of thing, a nose ring or whatever a girl does not like, a dude is just like, okay, and then move on.
I'm finding it challenging to get through to you. I'm finding it challenging to maintain a consistent dialogue with you. Then it'll be even more challenging when, things hit the fan, or, I need somebody who can be in my foxhole, who I can communicate with, who I know will accept me even if I'm not all the way, communicating properly, we can at least have an understanding like, okay, this is where we need to go.
Right. And now you said that you used to be a liability.
Sure.
Now, did someone call you that? And that's where that came to you? Or like from experiences and growing up and seeing yourself like, oh man, that was me.
Right. I was a young man once, right? Struggling, didn't really have as much direction, trying to get into dental school, trying to make things work for myself, trying to figure out how I was going to get to a place of stability.
Yeah.
And in that I needed help. Right. And so there were people around me, whether it been family, whether it been good friends, that helped me get to a place where I was able to get through school, was able to get through the hard times. But it was in my romantic relationships where I felt like I was also trying to pull. And when you're in that type of environment, it's challenging to grow and cultivate together when you're both struggling and you're both trying to get to a place. So she was just in a place in her life where bringing her into my world right now would force me to have to lift her up as opposed to us being able to boo each other up simultaneously. And I got that through our conversation.
Okay.
All right. I like
Sure.
that. So we did see you ended up matching
You
on
did.
the show.
What happened with that?
And
Yes.
you were talking about you were gonna fly her out, all this stuff. Like, we want to know.
I was ready.
Did sis get flued out?
I was ready. She didn't need to get flued out because we were still here.
Oh, bye, bye. No.
We were still in the same city. No need to just.
Let me tell you, this girl. So on that episode, he was 38. This girl was like 20 or 19 or 20 or something, because he said, yeah, we can go to a speakeasy or whatever, right? And she talked about her age. Oh, I'm not old enough to get in. He said, I know the guy. I know the owner or something. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? 38 with a 20? Oh, man. Okay. Some people go by the notion of, well, she's 18 and up. It don't matter. You'd be like 45. Like, nigga, I can't. No. Ain't no damn way.
Take random flights. I don't even know you yet, girl, right?
But since the show, you telling me you haven't been back to LA?
I haven't been back to LA, but it wasn't before we did go on a date together.
Okay. So you guys did date.
We did go on a date together.
Okay.
It was quite platonic. It was rated G. The conversation was a rated G. But the time together was beautiful because we were able to come to a place where we were comfortable with having a friend.
Lately, the conversations in these other catch-ups that are more recent, the women have been coming out and going, look, I'm going to tell you this. I didn't like the conversation that we had. It got uncomfortable. He tried to lure me to some hotel, or he drove the conversation too fast in a way where I just wasn't comfortable talking about that type of stuff. But I have heard of women that have been on Pop the Balloon. There will be a guy that would have been on, that was on the same episode, that they rejected or they popped on each other for whatever reason. I've heard afterwards of motherfuckers meeting about the hotel. I've heard of that happening. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. It seems more true by the stuff I've seen than not, but hey.
Friendship.
Okay.
She shared with me her desires, her dreams, her goals of what she wanted her life to look like. I shared with her where I am in my life right now. And just logistically, it just didn't match up. So we're just in different places in our lives.
I see.
But the beautiful thing about our experience together is that we were able to have an adult conversation. We were able to share ideas. We were able to share our history and our past together without judgment. And that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
But because we weren't in a place logistically to be together, we decided to be friends.
I love that.
So if she ever needs anything, if she ever needs advice, if she always has a friend to help me to hit up. If I can't help you out, then I know somebody who can. So that's
she's little sister age.
the type of
like, goddamn.
interaction that I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
And when I talk about being a liability, that conversation wasn't draining. One thing I like to do after every interaction, I'll do the same when I leave here, is take stock of how my body's feeling.
Yeah.
How am I feeling after that interaction? Am I feeling good? Am I feeling hype? Am I feeling drained? Am I feeling heavy?
Okay.
And after the
Now, don't get me. He's not wrong. He's not wrong in what he's actually saying. But it's just that sometimes his delivery and some of the stuff he says is just so left to the point that all this shit he's saying now will go straight out the window.
Conversation I had with a girl who I didn't pick,
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling drained. I was feeling exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
After having a conversation with the girl I did pick,
Mm-hmm.
I felt alive.
Yeah.
I felt grateful. And so that's how you know
She was a 20-year-old Army girl. She was in the military, right? Yeah, she was.
if it's worth it or not, if you're a liability or not.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, because I did see a lot of people also saying like, he said the 22-year-old is a liability, then ended up with a 20 or 21-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
So it goes to show that age does matter. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not as big a factor
Okay.
as being able to relate human
Okay.
to human.
I see.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. I said it before on this show about the lineup of people. I like that you can see the contrast between two people that are the same age that act completely different, dressed completely different. You'll get a woman or a man, let's say, you'll get a 26-year-old that'll be, you'll be, see how they talk, super slang, dressing, you know, hella young or whatever else, whatever styles, like urban, whatever, the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they move. And then you'll see another 26-year-old that's super business oriented. I own like 2 businesses. I got a house, a car. I'm working on the second property, and they got a dudes be having full beards, mustache. They look like they like 42 or something. Same thing with the women. Some of the women are very mature, very, very, very mature for their age. Like the girl that he's talking about is the girl that's in the military. She was like 20, but she was super mature. She's an African girl. And there was another girl, I think, on that same episode. I think she was on that same episode. Yeah, she was on the same episode. And she was a girl that was just looking to have some fun, just get freaky. And she was like a few years older. But she acted super immature, like way younger than the girl that was in the military. She acted like she was 18. And the military girl that he chose acted, I don't want to see act. You would think that she was like 25 or 26 with the way she was coming off. Those are the differences I like to see in the lineup. You get to see the contrast and different personalities.
okay. So it was
Like, look at Charleston White. He like in his early 50s or something like that. With the way he acts and comes off, you see another 50-year-old that act completely different.
wasn't even just the age. It was more so them themselves as,
Right.
as a
The
person.
initial interaction.
Okay.
And that's why
He is right about that. He is right about
I'm
that, though.
so gung-ho on working to infuse a wellness and authenticity amongst initial interactions because, you know, first impressions are everything. And a lot of times we want to show up in a way where we hope that this person likes me or we want to show up our best self. Why don't you just show up how you are, as you are in this now? And if you are able to attract people who can accept you in that now, then you don't ever have to be fake. If you show up fake initially, then you're going to have to maintain that facade for that person. How many times in marriage have they said, this isn't the person I married? Who is this person? Well, this is the actual person you married because that person who was trying to, you know, get the ring or get whatever was being someone else. So how authentic can you be when you show up initially?
Right.
And I've gotten very good at being able to read that.
Okay,
So come with it. Your best shot.
And also, people were like, "Why is this
Nigga laughed around the room.
guy referring to himself as Dr. Elom
Sure.
when it's not a professional setting?" When you meet people, do you always say Dr. Elom, or is it ever just, "Hey, I'm Elom"?
No, well, usually I don't say Dr. Elom,
Okay.
but I wanted everyone to know what time
You're-
it was when it came to what this was about to be, right?
Right.
And I think it's important for people to know, right?
Mhm. No,
You know,
yeah, definitely.
I spent years
Because we saw
working, right?
that changed someone's mind. She was
It-
ready to pop, and then
It
she said,
does
"Hold
change
on."
some- and guess what?
Yeah.
Now you get to see someone's authenticity
Yeah.
because now I get to see how you react to me being a doctor. What does that mean to you? And so, are you going to be authentic? You know, as soon as you show me your true colors, I'll believe you the first time.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be as authentic as possible.
Okay.
So if you can meet me there, then we can at least have a conversation. If you
Okay.
can't, well, then
Liability.
you might be a liability.
Hey, man.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well,
Oh,
what are some
jeez.
of your upcoming projects and things that we should be looking out for from you?
I actually can't legally say.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I do have some projects coming out.
Okay.
Okay.
Slide in my DMs.
I'm pretty sure you're getting a lot of that, aren't you?
No, if you slide in my DMs, I promise I will get to you.
Uh-huh.
But if you really want me to read them, you might have to hit 2 or 3 times so you stay at the top because it gets. But anyway, I have some things coming up.
Okay.
I go live. I'm trying to go live as much as possible on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
So if you want to have a conversation with me, but sometimes people be afraid to be vulnerable on the live, and I get it.
There's a lot of people watching.
I get it. There's a lot of people watching. I
Yeah.
get it. But slide in my DMs and we can work something out.
All
There
right.
you
And
go.
any
Keep
final
pushing it.
words you want to say to the people? Anything you want to let them know?
Just thank you for the
That's it, man. I'm gonna link to his YouTube down below if he still posts videos. I don't know what he's doing these days, but yep, the most hated, most obnoxious, annoying man on Pop the Balloon, stated by many. Now, since him, I've seen some people that are worse, you can say. Some women and men that would be deemed as worse. And one of them came on there. Actually, a few of them came on there just drunk as hell and admitted that they were drunk. I don't know if all of them were. I think one of them said, oh, and I'm talking about Arlette, this particular one, not any other ones. One of them said she was drunk. Actually, no, 2 of them said they were drunk, but they didn't act that much different when they were on catch-ups off camp. So I'm like, are you the type of drunk to where people can't even tell like the difference? Maybe it's a slight difference. Their personalities are so out there and aggressive towards people.
The people love you.
Yeah.
Even though there's some negative comments out there, I
need
feel like
the haters.
I'm pretty sure some people do like the dude.
Actually, can you guys slide in my DMs first so we can have an adult conversation? And if you're going to be in my comments.
Now, here's the thing. Overall, it was just some of the ways he was coming at the women. And, like when he came back on the show and he had his work clothes on, he was like, I'm back. He knew damn well what he was about to do on purpose. Just like Brian. You know who Brian is, the aircraft mechanic from New Orleans. Like you came on there, Dr. Elom, knowing damn well what you was about to do, man. You knew what you was doing. I think it's all kind of more entertainment with him it might be some realism in what he's doing. It might be all realism in what he's doing, but the thing is how it's filmed, how it's on camera. It seems like it's just set up for entertainment. Like he knew exactly how it was going to go. He knew exactly how he was going to look because the second time he came in there on camera, he already had his target set up.
Talking shit, at least allow me to reply. Sometimes I'll reply.
Oh, you're replying.
And then the handle will say, this handle doesn't allow any responses. If you're going to be bold enough to put a comment.
You can do that? You can have it so people can't respond to your reply?
Comment down.
This is a minute ago, so I don't know if you can still do that. I have no idea.
Be open enough to get a real response because I will respond. I'll see.
Y'all be careful. He's coming for y'all right back.